Hey guys, welcome to Natalie Clary's YouTube channel, the educational channel for all things love, dating, relationships, where I help women understand how men think and what real men want. Whether you are navigating the dating scene, working on self-love, or looking to establish healthy, meaningful connections, you're at the right place. I share respectable dating advice, winning dating advice, real dating advice. I like to say that my dating advice is not for all women because all women are not ready for this dating advice. It's too real. It's too raw. This is smart dating advice for smart women. Again, welcome guys to my channel, and if you are new here, I'm so happy to have you, and let's get into it. Let's dive right into it. But before I get into that, listen, have you all seen this all over? Did you all see this all over the social media? And then the watermelon, right? And the lemon, right? You squeeze this lemon all over this watermelon. Let me tell y'all, I cannot even eat watermelon the same anymore, okay? This is like so good and refreshing. I absolutely love it. And not to mention, y'all, I'm really a foodie, okay? So I love trying new foods and trying new things because I love eating, okay? So when I saw this all over the social media, I'm like, that looks so good. I have to try it. So here we go. Y'all, I'm so serious. This is really, really good. Love, love, love. Anyway. That's good. That is like the perfect snack throughout the day. Really, really good. Anyway, let's dive into it. Okay. So ladies, all right? One thing you must learn to do, okay? Stop trying to love the red flags out of a man. Stop ignoring the red flags when it comes to a man. Let me repeat that. Let me say that over. Stop ignoring the red flags, or stop trying to love the red flags when it comes to a man, okay? When a man is showing you red flags, you have to accept it, all right? You have to accept it, you have to embrace it, and you have to know what to do with it, all right? Now, remember people, nobody is perfect, okay? And I like to say that because, you know, I know sometimes people, the first little thing you see is like, oh, it's over, I'm done, forget it, okay? Nobody is perfect, all right? Please understand that, all right? And most likely, when you meet a guy, or if you're with the guy, or y'all in the beginning stages of talking, whatever it may be, he is going to show a red flag or red flags, all right? Now, you have to know, first of all, you address all red flags. Let me say that, okay? You make sure that you address all red flags. Never ignore a red flag, okay? Because what you're doing, you're giving him permission to repeat the offense again, all right? Whenever you see a red flag, first of all, like I've said before, men know exactly what they are doing, all right? Especially an older man, okay? When I say older man, I'm talking about a man that's over 30, 40, 50. He know exactly what he's doing, all right? A man that's 35, a man that's 45, a man that's 55. He knows exactly what he is doing, all right? So you can't give that man too many passes, okay? Let me say this. You can't give him too many passes. You must address the red flag straightforward. You understand? There is no beating around the bush. There is no thing about, I'm not going to say anything. Now, there's a possibility that you may want to observe the red flag a few minutes just to make sure you're seeing what you're seeing, okay, before addressing it. But never ignore a red flag. And one thing we have to stop doing is trying to love the red flags out of people, okay? Or out of him, all right? I don't care how much in love we are with the person, all right? But if they are showing you red flags, that's not a good sign, okay? Red flags are there to be checked, okay? Red flags are not there to ignore, all right? That's the worst thing you could do. And if you're trying to establish a meaningful connection with someone, it's important that he understands boundaries, okay? It's important that he understands what you're not going to tolerate and what you will tolerate. You understand? It is very important that you set the tone in the beginning, all right? Set the tone in the beginning, all right? When something pops up and it doesn't feel good to you, it doesn't feel good in your spirit, you need to make sure that he knows that, all right? You need to make sure that it is checked, okay? And there are many things that a man will do that will show you, that's a red flag, okay? There are many things. So when people say to me, and I'm kind of skipping a little bit, but when people say to me, I never saw the red flag. I never saw that. Trust me. It is always something a man will do that will show you that's a red flag, all right? Don't ever say, oh, I never saw that. He never did anything. Oh, yes, he did. He did something. Oh, yes, he did, all right? You just chose to ignore it for whatever reason, all right? They always do something. When red flags exist, there is always something that he did to show you that's a red flag. So I repeat, when a woman say that to me, I have no tolerance for that, okay? Because you know why? You're lying, all right? You saw that red flag, okay? You just chose to ignore it, okay? So as I said before, a man will always show you red flags. And there are a list of red flags that you may think is like, oh, you may overlook it, put it like that. You may overlook it or just turn your head, or you may even know it's something weird about it, but you've just decided not to say anything, okay? So what I'm going to talk about today, the signs of red flags, okay? Knowing when a red flag is existing, or knowing when he is demonstrating red flag behavior, all right? For example, the first thing when a man is not on the up and up, okay, or something is like kind of not good, you understand? When something is like, this don't feel right. For example, a man not answering your calls, okay? A man, you call a guy, right? A guy that you're supposed to be dating, and he does not answer your calls, all right? Now, let me say this, okay? Because I know I'm going to get in the comments, oh, he could be busy, because y'all be quick to take up for the men. It is so crazy. But let me say this. Yes, okay, there are exceptions to the rule. Yes, it is. There are exceptions to the rule. Absolutely, all right? Yes, in some cases they are busy or whatever. You understand? However, if you frequent more of him, if you find him not answering your calls each and every time you call him, he always seems to return your call later on or return your call after calling him. If you find yourself in a situation that every time you call this man, okay, he never answers your call. I'm not saying he don't return your calls, but he never answers your calls. You know how when you're dating someone, right? And we get, you know, sometimes we're just like going throughout the day and it's like, you know, let me call my boo, see what he doing. Let me call my man and see what he doing. Well, let me call John and see what he's doing, all right? And you guys supposed to be talking or maybe in a relationship. You know, sometimes we just get that feeling as women. We just want to talk to our guy. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm a married woman. I could be in a car, I'd be like, well, let me call my husband, see what he's doing. You know, I always do that, okay? So I'm just saying, when you're out here dating, you feel like that sometimes. Sometimes you just really want to talk to your guy, right? And if you find yourself in a situation that every time you call him, he never answers your phone, and then when you ask him, so why didn't you answer my call? He comes up with some whack, lame excuse, and you know in your gut that sounds weird, right? But you just go ahead and go with the flow, all right? A man that does not answer your calls every time you call him is shady, okay? He is very shady. He is not being upfront with you, okay? He has some things going on. He has some things going on, all right? He is not all the way being 100 with you, all right? You need to investigate a little bit more, all right? Because that is abnormal behavior, okay? Occasionally, of course your guy gonna be busy sometimes, all right? But every time you call your dude, he never answers your calls. He got something going on, all right? Do your homework and get to the root of it, all right? Don't accept it. You can't accept it now. It has to be addressed, all right? But I'm telling you, he has something going on. He is not being straightforward with you, okay? Lock that in. Lock that in. Secondly, he takes forever to return your call. I mean, he takes forever to return your call. I talked about this, I believe, in my last post. But he takes forever to return your call, all right? That's abnormal behavior, okay, when you're talking to someone, all right? You can understand, or I can understand 10 minutes, 30, maybe 45 minutes, all right? But when it starts getting into 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, something is desperately wrong, all right? When a man is taking forever to return your call, all right, that is a red flag, okay? That is a very big red flag, okay? And again, I don't want to hear in my comments, oh, or maybe he was busy. Now you're being naive and delusional, okay? He's not that busy, all right? So if he is not returning your call in a timely manner, you need to investigate a little bit more because he has some things going on that you're not aware of, all right? I repeat, a man taking forever and hours to return your call is a red flag, okay? Point blank, period, all right? Remember I told you, make sure you lock it in. Next, missing in action, okay? Oh, that's a really, really big red flag. Missing in action. Let me give you an example, all right? Your guy just got off work, right? And he said that he was going home to lay down, all right, and to relax, okay? Because he was tired, right? So, of course, we as women, let me call my boo, see what he doing, all right? He don't answer. Of course, he does not answer, right? And then you're like, okay, he'll call me right back. But then you see time is going on and going on and going on. So you decide maybe you want to go by his house. Who knows? I don't know, like that. And you realize he's not home, right? But he told you that he was going home because he was tired to relax and take a nap, right? He never called you and told you that he was going out for a minute or he was going to do whatever he needed to do. You just happened to decide you want to talk to your guy and you called him and now he's nowhere around, okay? He's not answering your calls. He's not responding to your texts, nothing. He has just disappeared. He is MIA, okay? And you don't have a clue on his whereabouts, okay? Now, let me say this. Because it's not about a man having to report to you when he's doing something, okay? Or when he wants to go out and do whatever he wants to do. It's just the respectful thing that a man do when you guys are an item and when you are a couple, okay? It's just the respectful thing that a man do when he cares about you and want to make sure that you feel secure in the relationship, okay? So if he went somewhere or decided to go somewhere, a man who really wants to make sure that you feel secure in the relationship, when he woke up, if he ever even took a nap, okay, when he woke up, he would have called you and said, hey boo, listen, I'm gonna run over A, B, C, D, and I'll be back in another hour. Or I'm gonna go do this and I'll be back. I just want to let you know in case you called me or in case you came over. That's what a man do when they're really, really into you. And they want to make sure that you feel secure in the relationship, all right? So if you find yourself with a guy and you notice quite often he's always doing disappearing acts, missing in action, okay? You never know where he went, where he's going, what happened. He told you he was going to cut the yard. He told you he was going to take a nap. He told you he was just chilling. But every time you call or try to connect with him, he MIA. And then finally, he returns your call 4 hours later, 6 hours later. That is a major red flag. Your dude has someone else, okay? Your dude is involved with someone else, all right? He is not being 100 with you at all. I repeat, your dude has someone else that he is entertaining, okay? You are not the only one, all right? So I repeat, when you see yourself in a situation and your man is always missing in action, after he told you that he was just going to take a nap, or he told you he was just going to be chilling at the house, or he told you that he was going to be cutting the yard, but when you try to reach back out to him after that, he's MIA, okay? You text him, he don't respond to you. Why you think he's not responding to you? Because he's with his other woman. That's why he's not responding to you, okay? So, I repeat, and for those of you that will say, well, men don't do nothing, all right? Men, again, show you everything you need to know in their actions, all right? So if that man is MIA, missing in action on you like that frequently, he is seeing someone else, all right? Lock it in. And remember, I told you. Remember, I told you. I'm only telling you the truth. I'm your girl. I'm not gonna lie to you. No way. He's very defensive when it comes to you. He's very, very defensive, okay? Meaning that he's very short-tempered with you. He has no patience when you try to just have a little conversation. Or maybe you just want to ask a question, or you just have a question that you want to ask him. You notice that he is very, very defensive when it comes to you. You understand? It's like, what is this all about? I can't even ask you a question. It's like you're about to bite my head off, okay? You know why he's defensive with you like that? Because you get on his nerves. And you know why you gets on his nerves? Because he likes someone else, okay? He's into someone else right now, all right? And anything you do right now gets on his last nerves. I mean, your presence, your voice, you try to talk to him, it just gets on his last nerves, all right? He's very defensive. It's like you're literally in his space walking on eggshells, because you know anytime you try to have a conversation or just ask a simple question, he is ready to attack, all right? Why? I repeat, because he has someone else that he is interested in and that he is really, really into, okay? So when you see a man that is treating you like that, all right, you need to prepare yourself to leave, okay? You should never give a man a pass that it is okay to mistreat you when you're not trying to do nothing but love him, all right? When you see a man rejecting your love, pack your things and leave, all right? Never allow a man, okay, never, okay? I don't care how much in love you think you are with this man, all right? Because clearly, if he's treating you like that, he don't love you, all right? So why would you be in love with a man who is not loving you back, all right? Because when a man is not loving you back, he's going to hurt you. And he's going to hurt your feelings very, very bad, okay? Because you get on his nerves, all right? because he's into someone else. See, let me explain to you again. When a man loves you, it's happy days every day, all right? Because he loves you, okay? And you know that you could go to this man for any and everything, and he is just always happy to hear from you, to talk to you, to do for you. Whatever he can do to make you happy, he is always in that space with you, all right? When you find a man that all you're trying to do is love him, be good to him, okay? Treat him like the the king that you see him as, and he's rejecting that from you, he don't like you, all right? I said this before in the other post, but I'm reiterating this, all right? He don't like you because he's into someone else, all right? Whenever a man is being super defensive with you for no reason, it's because he has someone else, all right? Remember that, okay? Men do not behave like that unless there's a reason he's behaving like that, all right? So I repeat, if that is what you're going through with your man, all right? He's super defensive and he's short-tempered and you get on his nerves and he can't stand the way you look, talk, your presence. That's because he is like over it, all right? Which means you need to be over it too, okay? Never give a man a pass to reject your love and you still stay. That is the worst thing you can do because that's not going to do nothing but get worse, okay? To where you're going to be forced to leave, all right? Because he's going to force you out the door. So before I get to that place, recognize the signs, embrace it, and plan your move. That's what needs to happen. Because I repeat, a man do not mistreat a woman that he wants to be with, okay? Remember that. Remember that, okay? Hold on. He always accuses you of foul play. You don't do nothing but go to work. Maybe you take care of your kids if you have any. Go to the grocery store. You're at home, relaxing, chilling, doing what you do, okay? But he is always accusing you of foul play, okay? For some weird reason, you don't even do anything but stay home and take care of the kids if you have any, or do whatever you do if you don't have kids. But he's always accusing you of foul play. You know why he's doing that? Because he's playing foul, okay? So he's trying to reverse it on you, all right? Because he's playing foul, all right? So whenever you are with a man and you notice that he is always accusing you of craziness, okay? Whether he's accusing you of cheating or whatever it may be, okay? He's accusing you of what he's actually doing, all right? Don't let him do that to you, all right? If you know that you're not doing those things, stop him right in his track and say, no, absolutely not, okay? Don't keep going back and forth with him. Don't keep arguing with him about that. Stand firmly and stand up to him and let him know that is not okay, all right? And in some cases, if it's too bad, you have to leave, all right? Because he's going to drive you crazy, all right? Because what he's doing is trying to throw what he's doing on you. It's a red flag. Whenever a man is accusing you of foul play, it's a red flag. Don't ignore that, all right? Don't look at it as though he's just being overprotective. Don't look at it as though, oh, he just acted like that because he loved me so much. No, it's not neither one of those, okay? It's not absolutely none of that, all right? He is running head game on you. That's what he is doing, all right? Okay? It's nothing but head game. It's nothing love about that, all right? Love don't look like that, all right? For those of you that think that certain behaviors represent love, that's not love. Love looks nothing like that, all right? So get that out your head, all right? That is a man who is playing you and trying to flip the script. that's what he's doing. Get rid of him. Period. Okay? You must learn what to entertain and what not to entertain. And when you have a man that is just constantly accusing you of a behavior that you're not even doing, okay? And he continues to do it, get rid of him. Just get rid of him, okay? He's not going to do nothing but cause you problems, headaches, and pain. Get rid of him, all right? Because it's nothing but a psychological game that he's playing on you, okay? Remember that. Again, red flags are very, very important. And in a relationship, they are very, very necessary as far as addressing them if you want to try to establish a meaningful relationship with someone, okay? You cannot allow red flags to pop up in your relationship and think that everything is going to be beautiful, because it's not, all right? That's the purpose of red flags. It's for you to address. And when you don't address the red flags, you're literally giving him permission, okay, to do whatever it is that he's doing. Please remember that. A person that is texting you to communicate, okay? Texting. I don't care what it is. He's always texting. He never wants to talk to you on the phone. Texting. First of all, if you're in a situation like that, you don't have a relationship, okay? Let's just be clear, all right? Let's just be clear. And for those women who will say, well, honestly, I prefer texting, I hope you in your 20s talking like that, all right? Because I would hate to think that a grown, full-fledged grown woman that is 35, 45, 55 talking like that, okay? Because you messed up, sister, all right? You really don't know what a relationship is, all right? I don't know what you indulging in, but that's not a relationship. A man who has no desire to talk to you is not a relationship, okay? Relationships don't look like that. A man who just only texting you, all right? If he's only texting you and never ever picks up that phone to call you, that man is married, okay? If he's not married, he's living with someone, all right? So he has orchestrated this relationship with you that you guys just talk through talk through text. And when he want to have sex with you, he just hook up with you through text, all right? Meet me over here. I'm going to meet you there. I'm going to meet you there. I'm going to meet you there. And for you as a grown woman to be entertaining some crap like that, I have to just wonder what's wrong with you. What's wrong with you? And I'm not going to even talk about that, the texting part, too much, because I've talked about that enough. Just know, if a man is always texting you and he never wants to talk to you, just know that man is married, or he is living with someone, period, all right? So that's nothing to talk about. Now, you got some women, again, they gonna make up an excuse why this man texts, all right? And this is why I say my dating advice is for smart women, okay? This is smart dating advice for smart women, okay? This is for women who really, really want to learn how to establish, create, maintain meaningful relationships. This is for those women, all right? Because we have some women, they are okay with the dysfunction that men give them. They're okay with the aki behavior men, dish out to them. This wouldn't be for you, okay? This just wouldn't be for you. I'm going to just keep it real, all right? This is really solid relationship advice for people who really desire something special and one day desire a husband, all right? And I'm saying that because literally, I would see a comment, oh, I prefer texting. I don't need no man to call me. You're in the wrong place. This is not for you, okay? Seriously, this is not for you, okay? So if you feel like that, please don't comment, because I really don't care and I really don't want to hear it, because my advice is not for you, okay? Again, this is for women who are really trying to establish meaningful connections with someone, all right? And not stupidity, okay? Not dysfunction, not arky behavior. You understand? This is not that type of platform, all right? So I have to say that because, again, I read some of y'all comments and it's just be like, what in the world? What? Who is this? It's just baffling sometimes. He lies about where he's going, all right? A man that's not upfront with you about his whereabouts, all right? He lies to you about where he's going, you know? He'll tell you, I'm going to the store. And you be like, well, he been gone for like an hour. Where is he now? You understand? He told me he was coming right back. And he don't show up till 3 hours later. He went to go meet up with someone, all right? If he did not call you, all right, and say, hey, I'm going to go to the store, then I'm going to go meet up with my boy such and such, all right? If he don't do that, all right, and many times they still could do that and still be doing their thing. Let me say that now. But just the courtesy thing to do is that I told her I was going to the store and I'm going to come right back, all right? So if he go to the store like he told you, right, and don't come back until 3 or 4 hours later, that's a red flag, okay? And he did not call you and tell you anything about his whereabouts, red flag. Big red flag, okay? Nothing else to say about that, all right? A man who tells you that he's going to the store or wherever, going to the barber shop or wherever he may be going, when he tells you that he is going to that particular place and he'll be right back, that's exactly what it should be. And if he do go to the store and decide to go somewhere else or go somewhere else, the most respectful thing to do, he will call you and say, hey boo, I'm going to go to the store, or I'm going to go to the barber shop, but what I'm going to do after this, I'm going to go run over to my friend's house and pick up A, B, C, D, and then I'll be back. Just that simple. See how simple that is? And guess what? Now you're feeling okay because your guy just told you what he was going to do. So you're like, oh, okay, yeah, he went to the store. Oh, and I know he's going to his friend's house. Right? So simple, right? So when a man tells you that he's going to do something, run somewhere, and then you know that he should be back in about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and he don't return till like 4 hours later, 3 hours later, what is that? A red flag, okay? Especially if he didn't have the decency to call you and say, hey, I'm going to do this after I run to the store, all right? When a man have a problem doing something that small, okay, just to notify you and just let you know where he's going after going to the store or after going to the barbershop, when a man have a problem communicating something like that to you that is that small, that's because he knows what he's doing is not right, okay? He knows what he's doing is not right, okay? So in his mind, in his gut feeling, he feels that you're going to be able to pick up on it. You understand? On the energy, okay? So he have just decided, I'm not going to even call her. Nah, I just deal with it when I get home. He okay with dealing with it when he gets home. You know why? Because in his mind, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to do nothing, all right? So he's okay playing this game because in his mind, he done did it before, over and over again. And he know there is no repercussions for that behavior. Okay? So again, he gets comfortable, right? That's what men do. They get comfortable with the bad behavior, especially when there is no repercussion. Okay? So I repeat, a man who again, disappears from you. I mean, not disappear, I'm sorry. A man who tells you that he's going somewhere and he just totally disappear and do not tell you about, you don't know his whereabouts, that's not good, okay? He didn't call you, he didn't text you, he didn't say anything. He just left and he showed up 3 or 4 hours later. Big red flag, okay? Investigate. Something is going on. Totally. Nothing to talk about, but something is going on, all right? You're dating a man. You guys may not live together, but you're dating him, right? And you notice, he never calls you at night. He never calls you at night. Usually when you're dating, your man want to talk to you at night. It's just like the last call before in the morning. You understand? They just want to hear your voice before they go off to sleep. You understand? That's just usually how it is. Your man want to, just talk to you, and just ride out the night before he go to sleep. You understand? So when you're in a dating situation with a guy and he doesn't call you just to say good night or boo, or just have that conversation. You know how you just have the conversation at night and you guys just talk about everything that went on that day, or just whatever you talk about, you understand? But he never calls you at night, okay? That's a red flag, all right? When you and a guy is dating, they always call you at night, okay? That's just what men do. That's just how they are, you understand? They always call you at night to say good night, talk to you for a little bit, and then they're off to sleep, okay? So if you're in a situation and you know the man never calls you at night just to say, good night, boo, you know, what you doing? All right, you ready for bed? You took your bath? All right, what time you leaving in the morning? Okay, I'll call you in the morning. You know, it's just that night conversation that you have. You understand? That's a red flag. That's a very big red flag, all right? Again, when you are dating, there are just certain things that happens in the dating scene that is like automatic, okay? And those nighttime conversations are usually automatic. You understand? That's just something that's always, you can always look forward to your guy calling you at night. That's just what they do. You understand? They gonna call you just to, again, have that nighttime conversation. So I repeat, if you're in a situation with the guy and he never calls you at night to say good night and just have that good night conversation, that's a red flag. That is a very big red flag, okay? Next, if you're seeing a guy and you've never been to his home, you're dating a guy or you're seeing a guy, whatever it may be, okay? Because I'm not going to even call that dating, because if you've never been to that man's home, that is major, okay? That is serious, all right? If that man never allowed you to come to his home, all right, or do not allow you to come to his home, the first thing is that he don't want you to know where he lives. That's number one, all right? He do not want you to know where he lives, okay? Secondly, he just don't like you like that, all right? He's not that invested in you that he is interested in sharing his private home with you, all right? He wants to be in a situationship with you, whereas when he decides to vanish from you, it's like done. You know absolutely nothing about him, all right? So if you are dealing with a guy and you have never been to his home, he's not serious about you, okay? He don't like you, okay? You are temporary, all right? He will not be with you in the future. You are not someone that he is interested in at all, okay? So if you are, again, seeing somebody and you all have been seeing each other for a few minutes and you have never been to his home, you don't need to talk to him no more, all right? Because he's not doing nothing but wasting your time, okay? Because believe me, that's not going to end well at all. Most likely, that I'm going to tell you how that's going to end. You just ain't going to never hear from him again. One day, you just going to realize, he stopped calling me. And I don't know how to get in contact with him because he don't respond to my texts and he don't respond to my phone calls. And I don't know where he lives, okay? So I repeat, a man who is keeping his place of residence a secret from you do not like you. And yes, I know the other reason could be he's married. He's in a situationship. But that's just without saying, all right? You know if a man is not allowing you to come to his home. Most likely, okay, he's married, all right? But if you're dealing with a man who is not married, okay, who is not married at all, okay, and he does not allow you to come to his home, you are not the one, okay, at all, okay? So I just need to make sure you understand that, all right? Clearly, he may have another girlfriend or a girlfriend that he's really into, and he just, you know, talking to you just to see what you're about. But you are not somebody he is interested in on that level, okay? So if you are dealing with that situation, child, you no need to look at that. Collect your bags, get yourself together, gather your bags, and delete his phone number, because that ain't going absolutely nowhere, all right? Lastly, if you're seeing a guy and he has never, ever introduced you to his family, okay? That is very, very important, okay? When a man is serious about you, okay? And he sees a future with you, all right? He is going to introduce you to his people, okay? So if you've been seeing a man for quite some time, now let me say this, because a lot of men, okay, they do not introduce you to their people in the beginning because they're not really sure about you, okay? They're not really sure where this thing go, okay? Excuse me. So most times a man in the beginning is not going to introduce you to their family, okay, in the first, I'm going to say probably first 3-5 months. They're not. They're just not. You understand? Not saying it's not possible, but most likely they're not, all right? But if you've been seeing a man over, I'm going to say over 5, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, okay? And he has never said to you, hey, I want you to meet my family. Oh, hey, come over because I want you to meet my mom or meet my dad or meet my, my family. You understand? He's not serious about you, okay? You're definitely in the meantime, okay? You're definitely like just something to do. You understand? Like on the weekends when we just want to find something to do, that's what you are. You are definitely just something to do for right now, okay? Because one thing a man do when they're happy and proud to be with you, they're going to introduce you to their peeps, all right? Because that is their way of letting you know how serious they are about you. Now, I know I will get in these comments, oh, my man, he introduced me to his family and he still cheated, okay? Well, hey, what can you say, all right? But a man, a mature man, a real man who is really serious, they are not going to introduce you to their family, okay, if you are not the one for them, all right? They're not going to do it. So when you find a real man, I'm talking about a real man now. I'm not talking about foolishness, okay? They introduce you to anybody, grandma, granddaddy, everybody, great-grandma, because they just on that foolish pill. You understand what I'm trying to say? But I'm saying a real, mature, quality man is not going to introduce you to family members unless they are serious about you, okay? So I need you to understand that. If you are seeing a guy and you've been seeing him for some time, okay, and he has yet to say to you, come over, I want you to meet my people, okay, that's a very big red flag, all right? And if you are one who have actually mentioned that to him, like, hey, why you never let me come over and meet your mom or meet your dad? And he seems to brush you off, or he may say something like, oh, we'll get to that one day. He's not serious about you, okay? That's a red flag, all right? That means, again, you're definitely temporary, and he's just doing something just to be doing something, all right? But you're not what he wants, okay? Which means this is why you have not met his parents, okay? Or his parents, or his people, all right? So all of those scenarios that I have just given out are red flags, okay? And I know many times, men will display this type of behavior and we have a tendency to ignore it. We have a tendency to turn our heads because, again, we want to say to ourselves, well, it's not really a big deal. All red flags are a big deal, okay? If you do not check red flags get worse, okay? And once they get worse, that means the man has lost respect for you, all right? Once a man loses respect for you, it's over, okay? It is over, all right? So this is why it's so important that red flags are, excuse me, my chest. Oh, God. This is why it's so important that red flags are addressed, because if they're not addressed, they're going to get worse, okay? It's going to get really, really bad. And if a man really desires you, okay? If a man really respects you and really wants to be with you, he's going to check that red flag because he don't want to lose you, all right? So if you find yourself in a situation and you bring up an issue with a red flag that he is displaying, and you see that he is not making any changes or making any adjustments, okay, and continue to doing the red flag over and over and over again, that's really bad, okay? That's because he has no respect for you, okay? Now I repeat, once a man don't have any respect for you, your relationship cannot survive, okay? It will not survive, okay? Unless you are just one that is okay with the disrespect, all right? Now that's a whole nother thing, all right? If you're just one that is okay with the disrespect, okay? And I would hate to think that, okay? I would hate to think that, all right? So I repeat, all right, people? When you see certain things or certain behaviors, okay, whether you're dating him or whether you guys are in a committed relationship, or even if you're in a marriage, okay, if you see your guy doing something that does not feel good to you, or it makes you feel a certain kind of way, or you're uncomfortable, address it, okay? It's only going to go two ways, all right? If that man love you, you ain't going to have to worry about that red flag no more, okay? If he don't love you, you'll see the red flag again. All right? Two ways. If he love you, you ain't got to worry about it no more. Done, sealed, your man got it. He ain't going to do it no more. If he don't love you, again, you will see the red flag every other week. All right? Because he do not care. All right? So again, all of this, like I said earlier, is very, very important, all right, when we're trying to establish meaningful connections, okay? Very, very important, all right? Because the goal is to establish a relationship with a guy, okay, where the both of you are respecting one another, okay? Because respect is the foundation of the relationship, okay? Without the respect, the relationship cannot move. The relationship cannot survive. There is no relationship without respect. It's just foolishness. When there's no respect, it's just straight up foolishness. Okay? Heartache, pain, abuse, whether it's physically or mentally. Abuse. All right? So I repeat, buckle down, all right? Get serious about yourself, okay? Activate your self-love and your self-worth, and that when a guy comes into your life, make sure that he is coming to you correct. And if he can't come to you correct, he needs to go on about his business, all right? See, the goal I have for women, all right? You want to establish meaningful relationships with a guy, all right? You want to establish healthy relationships with a guy, okay? You want to create meaningful, healthy relationships with your guy, okay? And it all starts with you. I've said this before. It starts with you, okay? And it starts in the beginning, okay? You have to set the tone in the beginning, all right? My platform, as much as men think that my platform is about bashing them, absolutely not. This is not what this platform is about. It's not about bashing nobody. It simply is about educating my ladies, okay? Educating them on love, dating, relationships, helping them to understand how to master the art of love by helping them understand how men think and what real men want, all right? It has nothing to do with bashing men or bashing women. It's all about educating women, okay? And educating men to a certain point, okay? But I geared it around women because with ladies, it starts with you. So this is why my platform is designed for you, because when you enter a relationship, it starts with you. It all starts with you. Because remember, a man is only going to do what you allow him to do. Period. All right? So lock it in. And as always, this has been an amazing conversation. I have enjoyed talking to each and every one of you. And for those of you that are new here, thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you guys again. And until next time, Net Nation, you know my saying. Be smart, they smart, choose wisely. And remember, I told you.